Recently, China National Chemical Engineering Corporation No. 7 Construction Engineering Company, Limited and Russia's Baltic Methanol Company, Limited signed a FEED+EPC general contract for the world's largest methanol project. This project is the second largest overseas contract value project signed by China Chemical after the successful implementation of the 100 billion large order in the Baltic Sea. It is also the largest contract value project for Chinese enterprises to go global since 2020. China Chemical's main business is engineering construction, of which chemical engineering is the company's main source of revenue and profit. It is reported that the contract period is 48 months and the total contract value is 8.4 billion euros, equivalent to approximately 65.05 billion yuan. The owner of this project is Russian Baltic Methanol Company, Limited, located in Ostruga Town, St. Petersburg City, Leningrad Region, Russian Federation. The business model is FEED+EPC, front-end engineering design plus design, procurement, construction. The construction content mainly includes the construction of a natural gas to methanol unit, with an annual output of 5 million tons and the external infrastructure of the unit. In this video, let us learn more about it. In fact, 4 years ago, China Chemical Corporation also received a large contract from Russia and received payment in stages. In October 2019, China National Chemical Engineering No. 7 Construction Company, Limited and Baltic Chemical United Company, Limited signed a FEED+EPC general contract for the Russian Baltic Chemical Complex project. The total contract value is approximately no more than 12 billion euros, equivalent to approximately 94.3 billion yuan. On October 31, 2019, the supplementary agreement for the first phase of the project was officially signed, with a contract value of 112.5 million euros. In December 2019, China National Chemical Corporation received a first-stage advance payment of 28.125 million euros. On July 22, 2020, the supplementary agreement for the second phase of the project was officially signed, with a contract value of 5.6 billion euros. In October 2020, China National Chemical Corporation received an advance payment of 760 million euros for the second phase. On September 16, 2023, China Chemical announced a briefing on its operations for the first 8 months of this year. It shows that the company has signed 213.8 billion yuan in new contracts this year. Together with this 65 billion yuan contract, it means that the company's new contract value in the first 9 months has approached 300 billion yuan. Public information shows that China National Chemical Corporation is a knowledge-intensive engineering construction enterprise, integrating R&D, investment, survey, design, procurement, construction, and operation. The project performance covers all provinces across the country and more than 80 countries and regions around the world, ranking 16th in the 2022 ENR Top 250 Global Contractors. This big deal isn't just a deal. It represents the competitiveness and influence of China Chemical in the global market. This is a landmark achievement. It marks that China Chemical has grown from a regional chemical giant to a leading global chemical company. Secondly, this large order is also China Chemical's expectation for the future. With the in-depth development of global economic integration, China Chemical is actively seeking new growth points. As a country with rich resources and huge market potential, Russia is undoubtedly an ideal choice. However, this large order also brings some challenges. how to maintain a leading position in fierce international competition, how to handle cooperative relationships with different countries, and how to respond to the ever-changing market environment are all issues that Chinese chemicals need to face. In general, China Chemical has once again signed a large order for a 65 billion Russian project, which is both a victory and a challenge. China Chemical can take this large order as an opportunity to further enhance its competitiveness and make greater contributions to the development of the global chemical industry. They still don't trust us and have doubts about our capabilities. This was the situation faced by Long Haiyang, Deputy General Manager of China Chemical Engineering No. 7 Construction Company, Limited, when he first arrived in Russia 10 years ago. Today, this subsidiary of China Chemical Engineering has good cooperative relations with many large oil and gas companies such as Rosneft, Gazprom, Lukoil, and Sibir. There are 6 large-scale petrochemical projects that have been completed and are being implemented here. Among them, the completed TAF project won the Luban Award for Chinese Overseas Engineering. The contract value of the newly signed Baltic Sea Chemical Complex project is close to the total of China Chemical Engineering's contracts in the first 8 months of this year. It is one of the large-scale natural gas liquefaction and processing plant plans implemented by Russia's Gazprom company and Rusgastabika company. It can produce 2.8 million tons of ethylene and 2.88 million tons of polyethylene and other chemical products every year. It has the most advanced technology and standards in the world. According to reports, during the construction of the project, a large amount of materials and goods will be transferred from UST Luga Port, which will help promote the construction of local transportation and municipal infrastructure. And there will be a tax contribution of more than 2 billion euros. At the same time, it can provide more than 6,000 local jobs and provide technical and skill training to the employed personnel. After the project is completed, it will provide more than 3,000 long-term and stable jobs. From not being trusted to consecutively winning large overseas orders is a journey of 35 years. In 1984, the company undertook the construction of the Chittagong fertilizer plant in Bangladesh, which was the first project for a Chinese enterprise to go abroad using the internationally accepted engineering contracting method. In 1993, we undertook the construction of the Talesa 2x25,000 kW power station in Indonesia, which was the first overseas complete equipment export buyer's credit project implemented by a Chinese enterprise. In 2009, we successfully signed and implemented the Ca Mau fertilizer project in Vietnam, which was one of the largest single-series ammonia and urea plants in the world at that time. Chinese chemical engineering people insist on advancing through exploration and developing through innovation, creating many firsts in China and the world. Since the Belt and Road Initiative was proposed, China Chemical Engineering's overseas business has grown rapidly. There are currently more than 320 projects under construction overseas, with a cumulative contract value of more than $58 billion. Projects are located in more than 60 countries and regions including Russia, Indonesia, Malaysia, the United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia, Pakistan, Kazakhstan, Turkey, and Egypt. Among them, there are more than 220 projects under construction in countries along the Belt and Road, with a cumulative contract value of nearly $45 billion. Helped overseas owners to raise more than $20 billion in China and boosted China's export of mechanical and electrical products and other goods to $21.5 billion. China Chemical Engineering's going out is also the going out of standards, manufacturing, and equipment. The 300,000-ton soda ash project in Saudi Arabia is a typical case. China is the world's largest producer of soda ash. As the builder of two of the three major alkali plants in Lianyungang, Tongshan, and Weifang in New China, China Chemical Engineering has China's own core technologies. The Saudi Sahara Petrochemical Company came here because of its reputation. Unexpectedly, the negotiations between the two parties lasted for 8 years, and the focus of the dispute was what standards to use. The reason why we adopt Western standards is to ensure quality. Abdullah, the owner's vice president in charge of infrastructure, said. Su Gang, deputy general manager of Qingda Company, insists on using Chinese standards, believing that quality can also be guaranteed. The final showdown was 3 days of negotiations at the Harbour View Intercontinental Hotel in Hong Kong, from September 28 to 30, 2017. The two parties reached a consensus to use Chinese standards and made in China, and the project cost was reduced from $500 million to $390 million. The Indonesian Java Island coal-fired power station, with a total investment of $510 million, is another successful project of Qingda Company that adopts Chinese standards and is made in China. Construction was carried out day and night, and 5,000 piles were laid in 6 months, creating a miracle in Indonesia. The construction period was less than 2 years, and it was connected to the grid to generate electricity. This record has not been broken yet. In the future, China Chemical Engineering will closely follow China's One Belt, One Road initiative, while continuing to consolidate its dominant position in the chemical industry, while actively expanding its market share in the high-end petrochemical field and infrastructure field. At the same time, we adhere to the development path of specialization, diversification, and internationalization to ensure the continued expansion of overseas market share and achieve new breakthroughs in overseas markets. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for more great content. See you next time.